Anybody out there watch HGTV? So today we're going to talk about what it's actually like to be a realtor. I like shows like Million Dollar Listing. Have you ever watched Million Dollar Listing? House Hunters, Fixer Upper, Income Property. I love the fact that most of the realtors that are in those shows, they only have to show, one or two houses, at the most 3, and the client chooses one of them. So if my life was that easy, I would definitely be making lots and lots and lots more sales. Let's talk about misconception number 1. And I just said it. This job is super easy. So if you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent, it's so easy. All we do is show houses all day long. So let me tell you what we actually do behind the scenes, or a little bit of what I do anyway. So how about marketing the not so marketable properties? The ones that are situated beside the sewage storage plant, or the crazy person's house next door, or anyway, coming up with a really creative marketing plan for a house that's not so marketable is not that easy. Managing my humongous database of people and keeping on top and on track of talking to them regularly. So I have probably about 4,000 people in my database, and I had one today tell me that they hadn't heard from me for a while. Getting involved in heated negotiations. So real estate, we're in between a very large transaction between the seller and the buyer, and then another realtor and their personality as well. So we can get into some pretty heated negotiations. And sometimes those negotiations go to all hours of the night. How about the stress of getting only commission? So you really don't know exactly what you're going to make in a month. And if the market is tough, then it's just the way it is. Or if you spent a lot of money on a property that didn't end up selling, because we do spend our own money from our own pocket to market things, then you're just out of luck. So no risk, no reward, I guess, right? But everybody thinks we just spend all our days showing property. Anyway, I'm just having fun with this. I'm going to point out some of the great things that I love about real estate at the end, of course. But I know some of you have thought of these misconceptions. So number 2, I get paid a lot of money. We all drive around in Lamborghinis, Teslas, Mercedes, flashy cars. We live in mansions, and we have $1 million deals lining up. So we make lots and lots of money. Well, that's kind of true, actually. In some cases, there are wealthy agents out there that do make money, but it's definitely not the norm to make a 7-figure income in this industry. And it's just like any business. You've got to build it, and it takes time to do that and to establish your reputation, just like anything. So did you know, and actually I looked up the statistic, that on average, National Association realtors make for a 45 to 50 hour work week between $45,000 and $50,000 a year. So, and that's a 45 to 50 hour work week, which is definitely not my work week, because mine looks more like 80 sometimes. Anyway, misconception number 3, my schedule. This is my favorite one, because even my own family thinks this is the case. My schedule is super flexible. I have nothing but flexibility. So, most agents, you're right. We don't work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. Well, I actually do work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. And then I start my other job, which is in my service job, where all of you guys get home, and then I look after you on the times that you're available. So sure, we're flexible until someone needs something. And don't get me wrong, I have been guilty of saying that I have a scheduled appointment when in fact, it was my kid's game, or, a doctor's appointment. So we do have the ability to do that, but my clock never turns off. So I do work 8 to 5, and then 5 till 1 o'clock in the morning, or whatever the case may be, or whatever my clients need at the time. So, success follows hard work. That's my belief, or my cherished belief from growing up. So I don't mind working hard, because I strive to be successful. All right, misconception number 4. This is actually a big one for me anyway, and that is that you don't need a lot of training. Realtors are not very highly educated people. You know, a lot of people think, oh, you can get a real estate license in 6 months, and you can actually. However, what people forget is that a lot of the people that get into real estate have had previous jobs. They might even have a degree or, you know, a diploma, college diploma, and lots of experience. I've met many realtors, and they are probably one of the smartest people I know. and it's really not because it only took us 6 months to get our real estate license, but number 1, the BC real estate exam is one of the hardest in Canada. And number 2, we have ongoing training. Not only do we have ongoing training, but we have a million different personalities that we deal with every day, different scenarios, different rules, you know, different demographics, different areas that we service. We're required to have online training through the real estate board. So I would say that I may not have a master's degree, but I feel pretty masterful. All right. So, I mean, in reality, those are the 4 misconceptions that are off the top of my head about what it's like to be a realtor. And the reality is that it's no different than any other profession. You know, we all think that there's the grass is greener on the other side until you get to the grass and you realize it's not that green. But the real juice of it is if you like being around people, if you love to interact with people, if you love marketing and being creative, which I love, if you work with buyers and you get to be a part of them finding their dream home, or sellers that are downsizing and working towards their retirement financial freedom, I mean, what can be more gratifying than that, really? So, plus, don't forget, I get to look at houses all day long. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. See ya. Thanks for joining, guys. Bye.